Japan will win the World Cup. When Moriyasu claimed this, he underestimated the gap to a true master. Then he met Brazil and faced a true legend. He faced one of football's greatest ever managers. He's the only man to win 5 Champions League titles. He won multiple times with 2 different clubs. He is the only manager to conquer Europe's top 5 leagues. He even made the mighty Brazil wait a year for him. Today's hero is the legendary Italian, Carlo Ancelotti. Nobody expected Japan to score first against Brazil, but few anticipated Ancelotti's lightning-fast tactical adjustments. By halftime, he had completely read the game. He quickly understood both teams' strengths and weaknesses. In the second half, he ruthlessly sacrificed possession. He exploited Brazil's physical and aerial dominance instead. This split-second decision secured Brazil's spot in the next round. Some called abandoning possession an ugly win, but history only remembers the ultimate victors. Adapting swiftly to his squad and the opposition is his winning formula. Many top managers had average playing careers, but Carlo Ancelotti was entirely different. His days as a player were absolutely dazzling. He debuted at Parma in 1976. In 1979, he joined Roma and became their captain. He led Roma to a glorious Serie A title. In 1987, he joined the mighty AC Milan. He partnered with the legendary Dutch trio. Playing as a defensive midfielder, he won 2 league titles. He also secured back-to-back European Cups. He played in 2 World Cups for Italy. He even won a World Cup bronze medal. His playing career was already incredibly brilliant, but his managerial achievements make people look up in awe. A chronic knee injury ended his playing days in 1992. That same year, he became Italy's assistant coach. He learned under Arrigo Sacchi for 3 years. Then he landed his first head coach role. He promoted Reggiana to Serie A in just 1 season. The aura of a master tactician was already shining. A year later, Ancelotti took charge of Parma. The team boasted stars like Buffon, Chiesa, and Crespo. In his debut season, he finished a close second. During his 2 years at Parma, his tactical philosophy took shape. He joined the ranks of the world's top young managers. 2 years later, he took over Juventus. He secured consecutive Serie A runner-up finishes. He did not win the ultra-competitive Italian league, but the immense pressure at Juventus taught him valuable lessons. He learned to balance squad depth across multiple competitions. This experience perfectly paved his way to Milan's summit. In 2001, he received the most important offer of his career. He returned to his former club, the mighty AC Milan. Over 8 unforgettable years in Milan, Ancelotti built his legacy. He transformed Pirlo into a deep-lying playmaker. He built a famous system featuring elite playmakers. Stars like Shevchenko, Inzaghi, and Rui Costa thrived together. They coexisted and unleashed their maximum firepower. Over 8 years, he won absolutely everything. He won Serie A, Champions League, and Club World Cup. After the tragedy in Istanbul, he orchestrated perfect revenge. In 2009, Ancelotti left Italy for Chelsea. He immediately won the Premier League and FA Cup. He also claimed the Community Shield in his first year. He became a peacemaker between Abramovich and the players. 2 years later, management changes forced him to France. He took over the newly wealthy Paris Saint-Germain. He ended their 1-9-year league drought in the 12-13 season. He built a strong core around Thiago Silva and Ibrahimovic. 2 years later, he arrived at the Santiago Bernabeu. He did not win La Liga in those 2 years, but he delivered Real Madrid's historic 10th Champions League. In 2016, he took charge of Bayern Munich. Sadly, his 3-year contract lasted only 14 months. It was a minor setback in a stellar career. Even then, he still won the Bundesliga title. After a 2-year stint at Everton, he returned to Madrid. 3 seasons brought 2 Champions Leagues and 1 La Liga. He secured his 5th Champions League as a manager. He collected titles in all top 5 European leagues. He became an absolute pioneer in football history. Looking back at his career, his greatest strength is balance. He balances player egos and club relations flawlessly. He brilliantly balances tactical formations and squad rotation. In the 24-25 season, Madrid's defense faced massive crises, but Ancelotti still managed to plug the gaps perfectly. Madrid might have gone trophyless that season, but he still maintained the club's pride and dignity. After he left, Perez desperately signed Xabi Alonso. Despite his Madrid DNA, Alonso was totally powerless. He was sadly sacked after just half a season. During his Madrid tenure, Brazil relentlessly pursued Ancelotti. Eventually, he traveled to South America. Today's Brazil has lost its traditional Samba magic. Modern Brazilian players are heavily Europeanized. The squad has Premier League and La Liga profiles. They simply lack that pure, authentic Brazilian flair. This Brazil squad looks highly talented on paper, but their playing styles are deeply fractured. Even so, Ancelotti united them to the absolute maximum. They might lack the aura of an overwhelming giant, but no opponent dares to underestimate them now. So, looking back at Japan's manager, Hajime Moriyasu, do you still think he lost unfairly? It is crazy he dared to promise a World Cup.